What's going on YouTube? This is Mega Vanguard 34, and today I'm doing my first deck profile for the channel. This is going to be my personal Gold Paladin deck. I've been using this in competitive play for quite a while now. It's not completely finished, but it is coming along quite well, and it's pretty near, it's pretty close. Here and there I'm probably going to stop and tell you, what I would change and stuff, but, so far I'm really happy with how it's turning out. And in tournament, it's done pretty well. My record's gone 3-1, and there's been very little that I would change. But, yeah. So let's get started. Your starter, Spring Breeze Messenger. It's probably one of the best Gold Paladin starters in general, because no matter what build you're running, you're always going to want to, bring this back, go in for check the top 3 and pull something out with Spring Breeze, it's always really nice to have. Trigger lineup is 4 Silent Punisher, 3 Flame of Victory, and 1 Epona Liberator. The only reason I run the Epona Liberator is because one, I hope to confuse my opponent so that they don't exactly know what my lineup is. I could be running 12 crit, or even just 10 crit in a couple draws, but, I really like it. Also, because I don't have Flame of Victory, one more copy. I would ideally like to run either 4 Flame of Victory or 4 Epona, but this works for right now. Next, 4 Gwydion, just 4 draw, and then 4 Elixir Sommelier, just because, 4 heals. Always good to have. Next up for grade 1s, we have 4 Vanilla Gareth. Very nice card. I always like to get that AK body right off. And it's always good to have an AK booster behind. Next, 4 crit. I'm very hesitant, as many people are, to try out quintets. I'm probably going to play test some, try some quintets in here. See how the quintets play. If they don't work well, I'm probably just going to switch back to this, but I'm going to play test a little bit more, see how that goes, and we'll see. 2 of the 10k Tron, the 10k booster for golds when you have more than your opponent, and it boosts the Vanguard plus 4k to your Vanguard. Always nice, and in combination with the Break Ride Gancelot, that's a 15k solid booster, and I've got consistent 40k attacks because of it, and it's very, very nice. 2 Disciple of Pain to put those triggers back into the deck, or if you get some key cards put out, put those back. Pretty standard. That's probably the only reason anyone runs them. Next is 2 Holy Mage of the Gale. A lot of people don't run this card, which I really don't understand, because I really like it. It's a very good card. When it's placed on rearguard, choose a grade 3 gold, and it gets plus 3k. That brings my 40k up to 43, and if I'm able to get them both out in combination with one of my Flame of Victories, that's 46, 49k. And the highest I've gotten is 45 base. With this, brings it up to 48. Very difficult to guard. That power boost really makes it, pushes it over the top. Next, I run 1 Silver Fang Witch. A lot of people like to run Dindrains. I don't, because that whole must be called from the deck doesn't work for me, because ideally I'm only going to try and call, from the deck, cards like Lop-Ear Shooter and, just grade 2s, and maybe once in a while I'll call an AK booster if I don't have anything. But, so I like having Silver Fangs just placed on the rearguard for your hand, Soul Blast 2 to draw a card. I really like that. And I've gone up against Lawkeeper decks where my hand's gotten ridiculously big because it keeps just coming back, and I keep using the ability, which is nice. Next, for grade 2 lineup, I do 3 Bowmans, because it's a good 10k booster, no, not 10k booster, 10k attacker, and a 10k body when you have to ride him as your Vanguard, which is always nice. Next, 2 Nemean Lion for, intercept guard power, which is always really nice. If I can't get a perfect guard out, I want to have that 10k guard. 3 Lop-Ear. I used to run 2, and I decided to up it to 3, because it really makes it good, so you'll at least be able to get one of their abilities off, whereas before, 2 of them would either go into the damage, or one would come to my hand and the other one would go into the damage, and so I just upped it to 3. You can run 2, and it works very well with either 2 or 3. You definitely don't want to have less than 2 copies. And last are Blaster Blade Spirit and Blaster Dark Spirit. I'm going to replace Nemean as soon as I can get another copy of each of these. So it's going to be 2 Blaster Blade and 2 Blaster Dark Spirits. So yeah, that's how that's going to be. Grade 3 lineup, just finishing off. 3 Great Silver Wolf Garmor. It's a very good card, very reliable. This is what you're going to do all of your calling from the deck with, if you already used your Spring Breeze. This is your toolboxer. You're going to go into your deck, you're going to pull out your Lop-Ear Shooters, your Silverfang Witches, your little Battlertrons, all these good stuff that you can just pull out for free. Counterblast 2, you basically have free access to anything except for grade 3s, but probably not going to call those with these anyways. Next up I run 3 White Hair in the Moon Shadow Pellinore, because this is technically a Pellinore deck. I most likely would change this to a Grand Ezel if I could, but I don't have the funds to make it a Grand Ezel. Plus, Pellinore is actually not a bad build, despite what a lot of people believe. Yes, it's kind of inconsistent, really, but actually, it's a very decent card. If you don't know what it does, it's Limit Break, put 2 from your rear guard to the bottom of your deck, plus 5,000 to 2 units, which can either go to your Vanguard and its booster, or both your rear guards, or any of your rear guards. And it's I've hit 45k columns with this in combination with Tron. If the chips fall exactly right, your opponent has 4 rear guards, 2 in the front, 2 in the back. That's when you're going to be able to hit this off if you have a full rear guard. It's a great card, and its secondary ability is when it's called to the rear guard from the deck, if your opponent has a grade 2 or greater Vanguard, you can drop 1 from your hand and superior ride it as standing. So early game damager, or if you are able to late game finisher. So if your Vanguard's already attacked, go in for Spring Breeze and pull this out. You get to stand back up and attack again, which I've done many times and is very convenient. So yeah, and then the last card is 2 Break Ride. Now, if this was an Ezel, I would run 4 Break Ride, 4 Grand Ezel, and this would be a completely different deck. But because this is a Pellinore deck, because I like every grade 3 in here so much, I only run 2. I've thought about running 3, I've tried running 3, and I just don't like it. I like Garmor too much, I like his ability too much, and I like Pellinore's ability too much. It was a big leap of faith to even run just 3 Pellinore. But it does work well with just 3, and it works great with 3 Garmor, and I feel like I get this pretty consistently. There are very few games that go by and I don't see this card, whether it's on the Vanguard circle or I superior call it to the rear guard for an 11k attacker. It's always going to be a good card to use. Again, if you want to, you could run 4 Pellinore and 4 Gancelot. I hate that. I really don't like it because I like Garmor too much. Garmor's going to be your toolbox, or he's going to be your super, good card that's going to get you out all your combos and fill up your rear guard. So always have that Garmor. If you're going to change this deck anything, do not take out Garmor. At least leave 2 copies of Garmor in. You can run 3 of this, 3 Pellinore, but keep those Garmors in. That's going to be your biggest help with this deck. So yeah, that's the profile, you guys. I'm sorry for the low camera quality, or not even just the camera quality, but the fact that it's not angled the right way. I don't have a proper video camera. I only have my webcam on my laptop, so I kind of have to just angle it this way and show you the cards. It's an inconvenience for me to do this, but I like making videos, so I put up with it until I'm able to get a proper video camera with tripod, and then I'm going to be able to actually do better deck profiles, better videos. If I'm able to afford a tripod and video camera, I'll probably be able to make these decks a lot better and more in-depth, and I'd be able to do better videos for you guys. I'm really looking forward to being able to, make good videos, good quality videos for you guys because I really love making videos on YouTube so that I can share my opinions on cards and stuff, and I really like it, so I'm hoping to do a lot better in the future, and with you guys' support, maybe I'll be able to get there. So thanks for watching. Bye.